Welcome to Warblog. This is a new feature development in the game. Quick video. Essentially, it's this little button up here called Wars. It's a new feature, so it's not all scenarios are flagged up. So I've just done this 22nd of December, which is sort of right now. I've done a small number, but essentially this list will grow. And it does what it says on the tin, really. It just lists the wars. So if you want to look at all the wars for Iran, Iraq, 1980 to 88, you click that, and then there they are. Now that's actually complete. And the reason I sort of focused on that is because the issue with this original search feature, so I've added that now, so you can do exactly the same thing there. The issue with that was that this war, like some others, took place in various countries. So, for example, this one, Operation Ramadan, took place in. That's interesting. So I've gotten rid of the. Took place in Iraq. However, Fath-o-Mobin took place in Iran. That's interesting. So I haven't flagged that one up. Operation Ramadan. Let me just pause that. Okay, not sure what's. It's not really that important in the sort of the issue of things. So basically, Operation Fath-o-Mobin was Iran. This one was Iran. Actually, you can see that here. This one was in Iran. This one was in Iraq. So the point is, actually that's probably the best way to explain it, is that the war between the two countries took place in the individual countries. So if you would then previously have gone up and said, oh, I want to look at the Iran-Iraq war, well, you could go up and you could do Iran, and then maybe you could put in 1979 to 1990. I mean, that would cover most of it. Well, let's be specific. 80 to 88, for example. So you're looking at Iran. You would get all of the Iran ones, but you would probably be thinking, I want the whole of the Iran-Iraq war. So there's Iran, etc., etc., etc. But now, by actually saying, well, I want to look at the Iran-Iraq war, wherever it is, the Iran-Iraq war, you get all of them. So there's that one's Iraq, that one's Iran, etc., etc. So that's where it actually comes into play in the grand scheme of things. I've also done it there just to sort of help, actually visualize things. Now a lot of them just have one in there because I just haven't done it yet. I'm just sort of starting to populate these things. But what I will also be able to do from my own perspective is say, okay, well, how about this particular Eritrean War of Independence? And I can say, well, I've only got one battle for that. Well, once presumably I've flagged everything up appropriately, I'll be able to go back and maybe find some more battles from that war. So it'll help me sort of to improve the quality of things. Not all games will have an entry against the war because they're not significant enough. For example, the Gambia sort of issue this year, 2017, it wasn't really a war. It was just sort of like sort of wasn't even a coup. It was just when the president wouldn't stand down. Things like that. So not everything will have its own war category, but when something is significant and has multiple battles, I'll be putting them in here, etc., etc. I've done a few Vietnam ones, but there's a lot more than that. So that's basically the new feature. It's just, you can now select by war, and there's that new button there to help you sort of navigate through things, etc., etc. Again, it comes up with complications that didn't know were there. For example, the Eritrean War of Independence. Here, this game, the battle alphabet, is part of the War of Independence, but it's also part of the Eritrean Civil War. And they seem to be on Wikipedia two separate things, this seems to be more part of the Eritrean War of Independence, so it's in there. So I don't have the ability to add one scenario to two wars at the moment. I mean, you open one door and 10 more open, developmentally wise. But I mean, I think that should help and should be of interest. So there you go, brand new feature, 22nd of December 2017.